This is Fire, Revenge, and Malice, the burning death of Audreanna Zimmerman, a Southern confidential investigation. We've searched, analyzed, and delved into the facts, secrets, and countless pages of documents to bring you this story and to answer the burning question, why? I'm your host, Grayson Ellison. In March of 2010, the small town charm of Pensacola, Florida would be shattered with the news of a vicious and ruthless attack on one of their own. Audreanna Zimmerman had lost her life, and the Escambia County Police would need to work quickly to solve this unfathomable crime of passion and rage. This cautionary tale in modern-day lynching takes us to beautiful Pensacola, Florida, where tales of darkness hide behind the turquoise dazzling waters, sunken shipwreck adventures, museums, and some of the world's largest artificial barrier reefs. Postured 196 miles west of the Florida state capital, Pensacola isn't quite Pensacola Beach, but it's close enough to earn the right to boast the city's amazing white sand beaches and emerald seas. Pensacola's delicious sweet tea, southern draws, and small town charm may prompt you to check your GPS, but not to fear. This Alabama neighboring city is still hometown Florida, the epicenter of Southern hospitality and only a hop, skip, and a jump from the Alabama border. But still, the question remains, what else lies beneath the Emerald Coast, crystal turquoise waters, and sugar sand beaches? There are those who are considered the salt of the earth. And then there's Tina Brown, Brittany Miller, and Heather Lee. We would be remiss not to ask ourselves, did their narcissism create their evilness, or did their evilness create their narcissism? This story will leave you dumbstruck and will prove explicitly that toxic and dangerous friendships will always lead to compromised value systems, bankrupt consciences, and fatal flaws in judgment. Yes, those who would snatch the breath from a person's body even while God is watching. Initially considering themselves good friends, Tina, Brittany, Heather, and Audreanna lived within walking distance of each other's mobile home. The four would meet frequently to swap neighborhood stories, watch a movie, or simply enjoy each other's Southern cooking. These seemingly innocent BFF sister circles would prove to be the undoing for Audreanna, who believed that she had made up with the girls over a prior encounter a few days earlier. On March 24th, Tina invited Audreanna to her house under the guise of rekindling their friendship. Audreanna would be blindsided by the three neighbors whose deadly agenda would prove fatal for her and in the most heinous way imaginable. Audreanna would walk into a deadly hornet's nest designed to execute revenge and retribution for a disagreement between Audreanna and Brittany. According to police, a few days earlier, Brittany, Tina's then 16-year-old daughter, had accused Audreanna of having inappropriate relations with her boyfriend and attempted to strike Audreanna. Audreanna, attempting to defend herself, tried to disable Brittany with a stun gun. Upon finding out about the fight, This news wouldn't sit well with Brittany's mother, Tina, who vowed to get revenge, and no one could imagine the horror that awaited Audreanna, who would become the victim of Tina's anything but idle threats. Tina and Audreanna had also had their share of disagreements. Audreanna had accused Tina of shattering her car window, having her boyfriend arrested, and reporting her to the Florida Department of Children and Families for providing inadequate care for her children. Tina, on the other hand, had also accused Audreanna of slashing the tires on her car. But none of these petty disagreements rose to the occasion to take a human's life, and certainly not the life of one who you considered a friend. Just after 9 o'clock p.m., Audreanna would enter Tina's trailer, excited about her new tattoo and the opportunity to mend fences. 5 minutes or so into the visit, according to Audreanna's pseudo friend Heather, Tina used the stun gun on Audreanna, causing her to lose muscular control and violently fall to the floor. Tina used the stun gun several more times on Audreanna, then began dragging her across the floor of the trailer into the restroom, followed by several brutal hand to face strikes from Brittany. There was absolutely no question as to the brutal intentions on the part of the three frenemies. This insidious and premeditated attack was orchestrated to end Audriana's life. And although Heather would later claim that she was the peacemaker in this scenario, that theory would later be tested, refuted, and put to rest. According to police, Heather assisted with the abduction by stuffing a sock into Audriana's mouth to muffle her screams and to avoid bringing any unwanted attention to them as they forcibly escorted Audriana outside, where she was placed in the trunk of Tina's car. Moments later, the three women would drive to a clearing in the woods about a mile and a half outside the trailer park. Tina would exit the car first, forcing Audriana out of the trunk. Audriana used every ounce of strength that she had left, attempting to flee. Her escape attempt would be wanting. had beat and burned Audriana. She would also show them her injured hand, explaining that her hand was injured from striking Audriana.